Our young monarch finally did it. In the last chapter of solo leveling Ragnarok, Suho was fighting one of the apostles, and now he's tasked with the challenge of killing said apostle. But the fight not going as planned. He's not mopping the floor with it, because we find out that this dude fused with the A rank hunter is an S rank at the very least and maybe above. And during this fight, we also find out that the apostle has this weird obsession with Jin-Woo. And basically he was trying to figure out why the person who was shrouded in darkness seemed so lonely. And he was basically going to use this fight to figure out that specific reason. I ain't gonna lie, you know you tough when your ops' son even starts to glaze you. That's just crazy work right there. But during this fight, Suho's pulling out all the stop, but they just don't seem like they're hidden the way they should be hidden. The apostle is curious by what Suho's doing, but he doesn't seem extremely phased either. I mean, I don't know about him, but like me right there, if I see somebody coming at me like this, I'm trying to get up out of there. But the apostle been matching Suho's attacks blow for blow. And he even starts to wonder, like, why is Suho only coming at me with close combat range? Why is he getting in the fray and fighting me himself? His father would never fight like that. His father would just use the shadows to do all the fighting. What is going on? Curious, the apostle just locks in even more and just starts to blow away Suho, you know, getting him up out of there. But then our favorite demon princess tries to get into the fight as well. I don't know what she thought she was doing, but she ain't on that level yet, and he's dodging those attacks effortlessly. Like, look how much bigger he is compared to her. He's literally just picking her up by her weapon like that. That's embarrassing. Suho comes in, you know, he gets her up out of there, saves her and shit. And the apostle's like, are you gonna use your dark soldiers, your black soldiers, the shadow? Suho's like, you really wanna see that? Okay, bet, I'm gonna raise you one. And Buddy just starts to get grabbed up out the air. We said, oh boy, put him in the gripper cyclone. At this point in the fight, I'm starting to think like, okay, bet, Suho's finna clutch up relatively quickly here. All right, bet. But boy, was I wrong. The sand that was wrapping around the apostle just exploded. And this is where we start getting this monologue from the apostle, glazing Jin-Woo again, saying he wants to feel the exhilaration of the fight that he felt back then. But he's really not getting that vibe as he's just ripping apart Jin-Woo's teammate. Suho's starting to feel the pressure here. And oh boy, just standing like a fallen angel, just looking menacing as hell. And then he locks in even further. Suho notices she ain't in the good shape right now. And he even acknowledges like, yo, like, all right, this guy's gotten a heck of a lot stronger since he fused with Lee Min-sung. And this is where he starts to glaze even more. Talking about the reason darkness looks so lonely, referring to Jin-Woo, was because there was no other existence that could rival him. So he was lonely because he was just so strong at the top. Why is this apostle thinking about this in the middle of a fight? It blows my mind. And this is where Suho's like, damn, was dad really lonely for real? Damn, I never even like thought about that. As he's getting pressed. But it looks like the apostle's power is too strong because his gauntlets just got obliterated. Those Vulcan gauntlets gave Suho a gigantic buff. And then he stabs Suho straight through the stomach. He's not wasting no games with Suho. Is Suho cooked? The apostle's over here talking about you have no clue about the power you got, G. Acting like it should have been him who had that power. This is where he talks about like, I'm gonna turn him into a believer and I'm gonna take that nigga's power. I'm gonna use it the right way because I know how to get down with it. And then this is where my favorite part of the chapter comes in. This is the part of the series I have been waiting for 40 chapters. How does Suho separate himself from his father? In this part of the chapter, he recognizes that he hasn't done anything that he personally likes to do in a long time. And he also recognizes that he's essentially becoming a clone of his father. Then he says he has to find something that only he can do. We get this nice parallel of him going back to being an artist. And this is where we get the moment. He says arise, right? And he starts to create his own shadow weapons. And he's fusing a bunch of things together into this gigantic chimera. And it finally looks like we're about to get a shadow transformation. Something that we never seen Jin-Woo ever do. This is what I've been looking for. I've been trying to figure out like, okay, is this series just a clone? Or is it something different? I knew there was going to be a point in the series where this would happen, and I'm so glad it happened. Yeah, it was cool seeing, you know, Suho going up the leveling ladder like his dad. But I wanted to know, like, how are they going to make him different? How are they going to make the story different? And this right here is the first step. This is what I've been waiting for. We really about to start cooking now.